it's rusting in green.
Afternoon light,
Typewriters dreaming,
all through the night,
a smiling sun
on
hangs
a cardboard sky.
where the future got lost but never learned to die.
Unseen visions burning bright.
Bradbury's goes on SL tonight.
Open the page, let the wonder ignite. Welcome to SL tonight.
His name was Artaban. He had 3 jewels meant for a newborn king, jewels worth a fortune. He was supposed to meet his friends in 3 days at the edge of the desert. He never made it. Not that day, not any day, for the next 33 years. This is the story of the Magi who missed Christmas and discovered what Christmas actually was. The Other Wise Man, Henry Van Dyke, 1895. You have heard the story of the 3 wise men of the East and how they traveled from far away to offer their gifts at the manger cradle in Bethlehem. But have you ever heard the story of the other wise man, who also saw the star in its rising, and set out to follow it, yet did not arrive with his brethren? His name was Artaban, and he was one of the Magi, a priest of the ancient religion. He lived in the mountains of Persia in a little town called Ecbatana. He was rich, for he was a man of learning, and he had spent many years in the study of the stars. He sold all his possessions and bought 3 jewels, a sapphire, a ruby, and a pearl, to carry as his gifts to the king. He planned to travel with his 3 friends, Caspar, Melchior, and Balthazar, who were going from Persia to Jerusalem. They were to meet at the ancient temple of the 7 spheres in Babylon, and from there ride together across the desert. Artaban was the last to arrive. When he reached the temple, his friends had been waiting 3 days. They could wait no longer. The star was moving westward. They left a message, "We go ahead, follow us across the desert." Artaban looked at his jewels. He had spent everything on them. He had only 1 servant and 1 horse left. Yet he said, "God's will be done," and set out alone. He rode quickly, but near the city of Babylon, he found a man lying in the road, sick with fever, half dead. If he passed by, the man would die. If he stayed to help, he would miss the caravan and lose many days. He stayed. He cared for the man until the fever broke. Then he gave the man money and went home. But it was too late. The 3 other Magi were far ahead, and he must now cross the desert alone. 10 days later he came to Bethlehem. The streets were almost empty. Joseph and Mary had fled to Egypt with the child. Only 1 woman remained in the empty house. She told Artaban that soldiers had come to kill the children, and that the Holy Family had escaped only hours earlier. When she spoke, soldiers burst into the house, searching for a baby to kill. The woman screamed. Artaban stood in the doorway, tall and calm, his hand on his sword. "Take me to your captain," he said. The captain came. Artaban opened his hand and let the great sapphire shine in the light. "This jewel is yours," he said, "if you spare this house." The captain's eyes glittered, took the sapphire, and ordered his men away. Artaban went out sorrowful. The jewel was gone, and he had not seen the king. For 33 years he wandered, searching every place where the king might be. Egypt, Cyprus, Rhodes, everywhere. He fed the hungry, clothed the naked, healed the sick, visited those in prison. The ruby and the pearl grew old in his girdle, but he kept them for the king. At last he came to Jerusalem. It was the day of the crucifixion. As he entered the city, a troop of soldiers dragged past him a girl with torn veil and bleeding feet. She threw herself at Artaban's feet. "Have pity on me," she cried. "My father was a debtor. They have sold me to pay the debt. Save me!" Artaban's heart broke. He had only one jewel left, the pearl, the last of his treasures. He took it out and gave it to the captain for the girl's freedom. Suddenly the sky grew dark, the earth shook, the people cried out that the temples were falling. Artaban stood trembling in the street. He had spent everything, his fortune, his life, his jewels, and he had never seen the king. Then a tile fell from a roof and struck him on the head. He sank to the ground, dying. In the darkness he heard a voice, gentle and low. "Verily I say unto thee, inasmuch as thou hast done unto one of the least of these of my brethren, thou hast done it unto me." Artaban smiled. In death he had found his king. He never saw the child in the manger. He never laid his gifts at the feet of the king. But on the day the sky went dark outside Jerusalem, the king looked down from the cross and said, "Artaban, I was hungry, and you fed me. I was in prison, and you came to me." Sometimes the longest road home is the one that takes you through every hurting stranger you meet. Merry Christmas, Night Owl. See you on the deep.